Hello, Gemini. So today we'll be doing a career and finance reading. So first we're going to get started with some signs and synchronicities, things to look out for and to keep in mind. The number one. One is a number of unity, new beginnings, independence, and the potential for creation. It also symbolizes the divine consciousness. Fancy. So I'm trying to make sure I keep the cards because I'm always going live in my car or, and I never have time to set up where you guys can actually see the cards. So I'm trying to make sure, you guys can see the cards. So then you got fancy. Fancy, what I'm getting off of fancy is that some of you guys might be in a position right now where you have a little bit of extra income and you might be doing something nice for yourself where you would normally buy, I don't know, the what is it, the bulk pack of something, the generic brand. You going a little bit, getting the name brand version of something that you like instead of taking the more frugal route. I'm also getting big purchases in the future for some of you all. So regarding your money, it's looking pretty good. If your pockets are tight right now, expect them to loosen up a little bit. We got sacral chakra. The sacral chakra represents our creative energy. So some of you all could be going on a creative endeavor or starting a creative project that might bring in some extra income. Then you got submissive. So some of you all might not be taking a leadership role in your workplace right now. You might be following orders, which is fine because there can only be so many bosses. You get what I'm saying? I know everybody likes to be big boss this, big boss that. I'm an entrepreneur this, I'm an entrepreneur that. But what is a boss if he doesn't have anybody to work for him? The boss is just as important as his workers. So some of you all might be taking orders, and with you having such an abundance right now, you guys could possibly be doing very well at your job. Whatever is being thrown at you, you're taking it head on. You got phone sex. I won't really have that on the screen because I don't want YouTube to get mad. Some of you all could be creating different types of content if you catch my drift. Yeah. So some of you guys might be creating adult content that's going to bring in some extra money in the near future. I'm going to move these signs and synchronicity cards out of the way to make room for my other oracle deck. Hi, Ariana, and hi, Earthfave. I can't really see my screen that good at the angle that it's at. You got foundation. So some of you guys are focusing on building a solid foundation, especially for those of you that are entrepreneurs. So if you are an entrepreneur with this submissive card, you might be in a position where you're trying to gain higher education or researching something that you're trying to go off into, and you know that you don't necessarily know the ins and outs of something. So you're seeking information from external sources to help kind of catapult this new idea that you've got. Perspective. Better off, happiness, clear head space. So some of you all are trying to gain perspective. Some of you all might not be so happy with your current position or your current job. And so you're trying to gain perspective. Is this the job that I really want? Or would I be happier in a different department, working a different position? You guys are really starting to, don't think you got trapped. So Yes, some of you all are genuinely just not happy with your position, even though it might pay very well. You're not happy with the job that you're at. Thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. Hmm. So yeah, I think that this thinking card, I feel like this is going off of the perspective card. It's like you guys are craving something more. Um, and you're trying to gain perspective on how you can either incorporate those fulfilling hobbies or projects, how you can either turn them into something that can actually become revenue, or trying to find ways to fit things that you do find fulfilling in your busy workday schedule, regardless of whether or not it actually brings you income. Bitterness. Yeah, a lot of you all are just not happy with your job, and that just is what it is. Divine feminine. So some of you all are looking to find a position where you don't have to be in your masculine energy so much, where you can be in your feminine energy and attract instead of going out and getting with the masculine energy. You want a more receptive type of position. And that might be also why submissive came up. You don't want to be necessarily doing hard labor or manual labor, should I say. Then beginnings came out. Beginnings is about starting something new. So a lot of you all might be going off and finding a new job. I'm going to pull out my career and finance oracles. A lot of you all are going to be looking for new work, and not just any job. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about transitioning from Wendy's to McDonald's, because same thing. And if we're unhappy at Wendy's, we'd be unhappy at McDonald's. You get what I'm saying? You're getting ready to embark on an entirely new career path altogether. Wisdom. You are called to serve as a mentor for someone, or as a and guide who can show the way. Use your wisdom and experience. So some of you guys are knowledgeable in something, and there's some kind of wisdom that you would like to be able to share, whether it is in a more career sense, the knowledge that you gained over the years in a specific career, or maybe it's life type stuff, like you have something to offer maybe the youth, or other women if you're a woman, or other men if you're a man. You got manifesting and you got locked. So manifesting says you have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and by taking inspired action to make it happen. So a lot of you all are going to have to get into your manifestation energy if you want to pull this new career prospect into your reality. You have to get serious about it, because it's not just about believing that you can do it. And it's not just about wishing or praying for something new. You have to sow those seeds. If you want that job, whatever qualifications that job requires, start making that a part of your resume. I'm not saying lie on the resume. I'm saying go out and actually get those skill sets. um if you feel like you can, hack it, you know, and just learn as you go on the job, then go ahead. Tell that little white lie on that resume. I'm not trying to hold nobody back. I'm just saying you have to go out there and sow those seeds. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you just have to up and leave the job that you're at, but nothing is stopping you from gaining the qualifications right now. Whatever spare time when you're not at work, Make the time, make it a priority, make that time. Then you got locked. Locked says work you want may not be in reach right now. You can take a temporary position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. So for some of you all, you're not currently employed. You're looking for a job while you're unemployed. So it won't be as hard for you to go out and just get a new job. You know what I'm saying? You won't have to juggle your daily responsibilities for your employer now with also taking on the endeavor of finding a new job. But um it's saying in here that some of you all feel that it's not in reach and you're not tweaking. Spirit is saying we see that it's not in reach. But you can find things that you can do to make money on the side until you are in the position that you want to be in. And as long as you keep your eye on the prize, you don't settle. You know what I'm saying? You don't just take the first thing that comes at you. You take what you feel is going to fulfill you, what is going to enrich you and uplift you, um, and that's going to pay you what you deserve. Let's not forget that. That's the most important part. Then you got journey. You may move to a new place or work or travel for work. Exploring the world gives you the experience you need to succeed. Okay, so some of you all haven't been able to find something right now because it is a part of your higher purpose that you come outside of your comfort zone and leave what it is that you're used to and go out into the unknown. Because out in the unknown, you don't know what heights you can reach, what new experiences you would have that you otherwise wouldn't have in your hometown, at the job you're already at. You know, take it as it resonates. For everybody, it'll be different. I'm going to use this tarot deck. So now we're going to clarify. Spirit, what's this sacral chakra card? Why did that card come out, Spirit? What are you trying to tell Gemini? Page of Wands. Okay. So there is something creative that you want to do that comes from deep within, right? It's coming from that intuitive place inside of you. It's coming from that creative place inside of you. And this thing is going to give you so much inspiration. So that lack of fulfillment for my viewers, that this message of not feeling fulfilled, you know, the ones that resonate with this trapped card, the ones that resonate with this perspective card, the ones that resonate with this bitterness card or this thinking card. This page of wands message is for you because there's something creative that you'd rather be doing. And while you might not think that you can make money doing this thing is going to bring you a lot of happiness. And happiness and joy, it plays a big role in manifestation. Okay. Um, those high vibrational energies, those high vibrational emotions, they catapult us into high vibrational realities, right? And so while you can manifest anything, I'm not saying that you have to be in this energy to manifest. What I'm saying is that if you want to manifest the reality that you desire, then you will take on this creative endeavor, because this creative endeavor is what makes you happy, right? And so then you can create a reality that makes you happy. And with happiness and high vibrations, abundance is a high vibrational energy. You can attract, you are now in alignment with things like abundance. Not saying that that's the only way to attract abundance. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Then you got the King of Cups here. This is something that you genuinely love. Um, don't turn your back on your own love. You know, sometimes love is not about another person. Sometimes love is an intrinsic quality, something that comes from within. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything external. It has everything to do with what is in us and what comes out of us. Perspective, Spirit. Why did you put perspective here? What did you want Gemini to gain perspective about? You got the Tower. Oh, something's got to come to an end. And then you got the Four of Pentacles. That's contradictory. Give me 1 second, Spirit. Why the Four of Pentacles? The Hangman. Okay, now I see. Now I see. Spirit is saying that you feel like you need perspective when in reality, this is something that you don't want. You're looking for all of the logical reasons for why you should hold on to something, but ultimately, you will come to the conclusion that this is something that just simply does not fulfill you. And you're going to let go of it so that you can build a new foundation here. Remember when this came out? The Tower card is about building something on a rocky or unstable foundation, literally. So the fact that the card came out right next to this card, it says a lot. It says a lot. Why is beginnings here, Spirit? Okay, because you feel like you're blocked whatever you're doing right now, you feel like you have hit a brick wall with the Eight of Wands reversed. You feel like you hit a brick wall. That you feel like you've done all the growing you can grow, right? You've gained all of the meaningful experiences that you can possibly gain from this experience. And if it's not that, then this is the highest position that you can possibly reach. I'll use myself as an example. Like, let's say I wanted to climb the ladder until I'm making XYZ, make $100,000 a year, right? Well, where I work at, I am a school bus driver. That's literally that's literally like the highest position in my department is a school bus driver. We do have office staff that make salary, but their salaries are not over $100,000 a year. You get what I'm saying? So even if I were to decide, okay, I no longer want to be an hourly wage driver. Now, since we're going to acknowledge the fact that a school bus driver is the highest position in my department as far as my field goes, you get what I'm saying? Then the next thing to consider would be to moving from being on the bus to in the office. But even if I were to make that transition, I still would not be able to move to the goal of over $100,000 a year. You get what I'm trying to say? Um, yeah. Perspective on this locked card. What else do you want to tell them about? Oh, Ace of Cups. Yeah. So there is some things that you can do. Don't count yourself out and validate your feelings. If there is something that you are passionate about, you should do that thing. You should give it a try and believe in it. Okay, Spirit, what advice do you have for my Geminis regarding their career and finances? Okay, the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is curious. I know when he comes out in a love reading, he's a spy, he's a stalker, he's doing all this stuff. But this is a career and finance reading. So in a career and finance reading, the Page of Swords is curious. Okay. And he goes and he gets as much knowledge as he possibly can. Remember earlier in the reading, we were talking about how if you want to move over to a different career field. You might have to go and gain new skill sets. That's this guy. This guy goes out and gets new skill sets because he's curious. He wants to know everything he possibly can about this new thing that he's about to take on, right? More advice for my Geminis for their career and finances. So you got the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. Okay. The Queen of Swords is very logical, okay, but she came out reversed. And this is your advice. She also draws very direct and profound boundaries. But with her being with her being in reverse, I'm sorry, Gemini, but I know that not all of you have a passion project that you want to follow, but Spirit just keeps talking about the people who do. So I know that this reading won't be able to be for everyone, but this message just keeps on coming out over and over again. Because the Queen of Swords is head over heart, and she's come out reversed. And I can't help but notice that she's on top of the Ace of Cups. And I can't help but, this whole reading, follow your heart, follow your heart, follow your passion with the Page of Wands. That just keeps coming out. And then you get the Seven of Pentacles. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is almost a card of skepticism a little bit, especially in the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck. He's planting seeds and he's gathering up, tending to his garden, and he's wondering to himself, is this all worth it? And it's almost the energy I'm getting off of this card is that you guys are thinking to yourself before you even get started, before you even go on this endeavor, will it even be worth it? Well, you will never know if you never try. You'll never know if you never try. Okay. What things are coming towards my Geminis in career and finance that they don't see coming? Okay, so you got the Fool reverse. Some of you all just don't want to start a new journey. So maybe some of you all are listening to this and saying, yeah, that sounds good. Maybe I'll consider it, but then you're never going to consider it. Then you got the Death card, but something's getting ready to come to an end regardless of whether you like it or not. And it's going to force you to start a new journey. Either you're going to get fed up, or something is literally going to expire here with this Tower card and come tumbling down. And then you got the Six of Cups. So yeah. And then the Six of Cups talks about youth-like energy. It talks about our inner child. And this is just taking us back to that original message that just won't leave. There's something that makes you feel young again. There's something that makes you excited and passionate, that you just love doing, that you don't believe that you should be able to make money doing this, and Spirit is trying to tell you, yes, you can. What's the overall outcome for this message before we close this out, Spirit? The Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. Why the Ace of Swords reversed? The Knight of Swords reversed. Spirit is saying that a lot of you all do not feel brave enough to take this step. A lot of you all do not feel brave enough to take this step. And I don't know what to say to that. What words of encouragement can you give them with this Ace of Swords and this Knight of Swords reversed, for those who don't feel confident in taking that big step, that big leap? Okay, Spirit says that you need to basically Not, and this is imposter syndrome. The Seven of Swords reversed, when it comes out in a career and finance reading, this is an imposter syndrome. You guys are telling yourself a story that isn't true. More on the Seven of Swords reversed. And the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. You all will be victorious. So I'm going to leave you with that, because I don't know why this energy of doubt is so heavy in this reading right now. But I'm going to leave that doubtful energy there, and I'm going to end it on this triumphant energy right here. And I hope you take my words as encouragement. So that will conclude you guys' career and finance reading. I hope this reading, Gemini, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help the channel, and I will see you guys on the next.